Happy mid-morning, guys. All right, seems like I stirred up a little hornet's nest with this morning's video. That's a good thing, okay? I mean, there were some people saying that what I talked about wasn't realistic or couldn't be done or whatever. It's fine. Like I've said many times, you don't agree with me, that's perfectly acceptable, okay? If you don't think it's realistic in your situation, again, prepping is not one size fits all. It's totally cool, all right? It doesn't mean it's not realistic for everybody. And I even said at the beginning, this is more advanced prepping. But I want to give you this. At least I got you thinking about it. Maybe you go, what would I do? Now I'm going to give you the other side of the fence, okay? Let's say instead of being the one that is, for all intents and purposes, the bug out location where people are going to come, let's say you are the person who has to go somewhere else. It's going to happen to a lot of people, okay? None of us can be certain whether we are going to be able to stay where we are. We all hope we can, but there's no guarantee. Like I said, the Chinese come over the hill, the forest goes up on fire, I'm out of here, and I got to go somewhere, okay? How much equipment can I take with me? Certainly not everything that I have in the house. I'm certainly not going to be able to take all the food I have. It'd take me hours to load the truck and there ain't enough room. I mean, I'd need a damn mobile home to stock everything I've got, okay? So what if you're on the other side? What if you are the one that has to go and find another group to be part of, okay? And again, I'm going to go into my belief that lone wolf is suicide. The only prep you need as a lone wolf is a shovel, and you can dig a 6-foot hole and you're done, okay? But, so you go somewhere. You wind up on a motorcycle, a bicycle, in your car, walking, whatever would be, trying to find a safe place. And eventually you meet up with a group or whatever that agrees to take you in. Will you hope that they have all the equipment that you had to leave behind? Now, if you're out on your own, you probably brought some food, right? Okay, I'd hope you would at least, and that's enough to get you by for what, a week or two? I mean, how much can you feasibly carry? All right. And I'm not even going to say walking. If you're walking, forget it, okay? You're not carrying a week or two's worth of food. So what do you have with you? Your bug out bag. Literally think of this yourself, okay? Put yourself in the other person's shoes. This is the best way to figure out whether things are realistic or not. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. If you walk up to somebody's house with your bug out bag, you probably have, hopefully, a rifle of some sort and a sidearm of some sort. How much ammo are you carrying? Ever gone to your gun safe and put all the ammo in a bag? 1,000 rounds. Have you ever bought 1,000 rounds and picked up that box and how heavy that box is? Okay. You aren't carrying all that with you. So therefore, wherever you're going, you hope they have some. Because if we get into this scenario, there isn't a Sportsman's Warehouse or a Cabela's to go buy more. Right? Okay, so whatever you got is what you got. Unless, of course, the group already has something. Think of it from the other side. Yeah, a lot of us say, I'm not letting anybody in my house. Okay? Possibility. Unless they have something to offer, I'm not letting them in mine either. And I'm not talking about physical things, I'm talking more about skills. So when you go somewhere, what do you have to offer? You're certainly not coming in and going, hey, I got 2 cases of ammo, because you can't carry it, okay? You can't go, I've got a year's worth of food, because you can't carry it, okay? So you're coming in and hoping that they're going to be able to feed you, house you, and protect you, and you are going to help, but you're going to need their equipment. Think about it from the other side, and then tell me this is unrealistic. You better hope it's not unrealistic. You better hope there are people out there who are doing exactly what I said this morning. Now, we get into other parts, and I had mentioned things like vehicles or common caliber weapons to open or to own and stuff like that. One of the most crucial things you are going to be doing, and somebody mentioned this in the comments, and I thought it was kind of humorous because that's where I was going with this next, was what is going to happen with all the stuff that is around you that people are going to abandon. Y'all know as well as I do that where you are, I don't care if you're in an apartment complex, if you're in the suburbs, if you're in the country, there are going to be people who are going to leave, all right? I'll give you a guy up the street here from me has a house. There's stuff in it, okay? I also know he has a farm up in Kentucky. Now, is he going to live out where I am in an SHTF situation, or is he going to go to the farm? He'd be smart to stay at the farm, which means this place is useless to him. It's not useless to me. What's in there? Okay, I don't know. There's probably food in there. Okay, there's potentially flashlights, tools, ammunition, who knows? It's going to behoove you to be the first person to check out those places before somebody else does. Because I guarantee you, somebody is going to check that place out and see what's in it. And if there's 10 pounds of rice, would you rather somebody else get it or would you rather you get it? Okay. Talk about foraging all the time. Foraging isn't only going to happen in the forest in SHTF. Forage is going to happen in every house that's abandoned, in every store. You see it all the time. The grocery stores get ransacked. What happens when the grocery stores don't have any more food? The houses that are abandoned are going to get ransacked. Yeah, okay. If I've got a bug out of here, okay, like I said, if the Chinese come over the hill, the Chinese are going to be eating pretty good for a long time, okay? The Chinese are going to find a good cache of other tools that they might want to use. If I got to leave, I can't take it all with me, okay? Nor can any of you. You need to have it in case everybody comes to you, but you better damn well hope somebody else has it in case you have to go to them. None of us know for sure where we're going to be. None of us know for sure how we're going to get there. We can't, okay? Prepping is a what-if scenario. That is it. We prep for everything, okay? It's kind of my tagline for the channel, prepared for anything, okay? And I don't know what everything is. It's going to be a very fluid situation should an EMP hit, should a economic collapse hit, should a totalitarian government take over and the UN come strolling in. It's going to be utter chaos and nobody can answer exactly what's going to happen. So you need to think about it from both sides. Sure, a lot of us have this imagination. I'm going to sit in my house and watch the world collapse around me. And for some people, it might happen. You put yourself out in the middle of Wyoming where there's nobody with 100 miles of you, it might happen, okay? For the rest of us, the chances get smaller and smaller and smaller. Are the chances of me being able to sit on my porch and watch the world collapse better than, say, somebody who's sitting in Chicago or New York City? Yeah, because those are going to collapse quickly. Why? There's more people there. Take everything you hear. See if it fits your situation. If it does, use the suggestions that are given to you verbatim. If it doesn't, figure it out from your point of view and go, okay, I can do this. There's plenty of people out there who can afford bunkers and all this freeze-dried food and everything like that, okay? There's a lot of us that can't, all right? There's a lot of us that can our own food or have canned goods. Or there's a lot of people that can't afford a canner. I'm just telling you. I get that everybody has different means, knows different skills, whatever would be. That's absolutely true. But you need to think about what's going to happen. You can't do this on your own. Society was created on purpose. You can go all the way back to the caveman, all right? And they had community. And they all worked together to survive. It wasn't some caveman going out and hitting a mastodon with a club and bringing it home and eating it with his wife and kids over the campfire and telling everybody else, tough, I got it, you don't get any. All right? They all had to work together. And again, different people did different things. Okay? This wasn't socialism, this was community. Socialism's been tried in the United States via community, i.e. the Pilgrims. The first socialist community was ever established in Indiana. Guess what? It failed. All right? But we're going to have to work together. And you are going to have to think about how you can help other people now before they show up on your doorstep and you've got to help them later and you don't have the stuff. Because there could be very possibly a situation where you're the person on the doorstep hoping somebody else will take you in. You, your spouse, your kids, your grandkids, whatever. Think about it that way. Think about being on the other side. Just because I can't do that. Y'all know my thoughts on the word can't, okay? Yes, you can. You just don't want to. If you figure out how to do something, you will do it. I'm not talking about go out and buy 20 AR-15s. That's not reasonable, okay? But getting with other people and everybody having AR-15s and having 5.56 ammo, that's great. Let's say, for example, some guy shows up at your door. You've got 10,000 rounds of 5.56. He's got an AR-15. Guess what? The two of you can work together. You don't have to have everything, but you got to have something that is going to be worthwhile mutually. Remember that. Pinball out.